Good afternoon, everyone. We'll quickly start because we are already feeling hungry and it's not being late more, almost an hour. So before that, I'll just introduce the panelists. I'll just request the panelists to introduce themselves within a very short minute. Kant, just introduce yourself and.
Myself, Shashi Dahuja. I'm the Chief Underwriting Officer, Shriram General Insurance.
Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Niranjan Nilekani and I am Senior AVP for Data Science and Analytics, ICICI Lombard.
Is it better? Yeah. So I'm Dhruv and I take care of the India business for Moengage. I take care of growth for the India business for Moengage.
Okay. So how the way we will start is that I think all of you agree that the UPI movement for insurance is almost there. Because there's a lot of initiatives the government is taking. The AVA is coming up. The account aggregator, they have started working on insurance. So even there are a lot of startups, the fintechs of the world. They are also gearing up. They've cracked the code of the banking industry. Now they are into insurance, and then there are a lot of young talents also who is gearing up for this industry. Now, for this. If the industry has to go from whatever the 3% penetration to the desired one, which is compared to any other developing world, two things is very crucial. One is data analytics, and second is innovation. So that's what we are discussing right now. Now, we all know that government of India has taken a very decent target that by 2047, that means within 100 years of our independence, there has to be insurance for all. Now, from the same discussion, I will request Shashi to share his views that how can data analytics will help to achieve this vision of government.
The regulator IRDAI has given an objective to actually all the general insurance company, life insurance company, reinsurance companies, insurance for all by 2047. That every person should have an adequate life insurance policy, health insurance policy, and every enterprise should have a property insurance, adequate coverage. So now what is the existing pain points for the industry? Now if you will talk about the penetration part, I think in general insurance it is 1%. In life insurance it is 3.2%. If we compare this with global, we are nowhere, especially in your non-life. Okay. Now when we talk about the protection gap, India is one of the highest countries wherein we are having the highest protection gap. It is more than 90% protection gap. Now we have a recent example of Chennai floods. You will find huge protection gap there also. Yesterday I was talking to one of my colleagues who work in my company only in Chennai. He is posted in Chennai. When I talked to him, do you have a dwelling insurance policy? He was not having dwelling insurance policy and his house was flooded with water. So this is the kind of protection gap we are having. Then we talk about the out-of-pocket expenses. Again, India is in the top 2-3 countries. We are having the highest out-of-pocket expenses. It is around more than 50% expenses we pay out of pocket. Even if we are having health insurance policy, still we pay in the form of outpatient expenses or consumables or deductibles. So these are the pain points. And then 70% of the Indian population lives in rural areas. They are having an issue of insurance awareness. Most of the insurance company, they don't want to open their offices in those cities because it is very costly to go there. Physical presence is very costly there. Cost of distribution is very high there. So now, how data and data analytics can help in achieving the goal of IRDA, insurance for all by 2047? The main problem is your three or four problems are there. Your affordability, your accessibility, your availability and awareness. Now, if we talk about the affordability part, I think data can help in solving this problem. Insurance company on the basis of historical data, they can come up with bite-sized product, over-the-counter product, low-ticket size product. On the basis of the customer behavior, they can offer those kind of product to the customers. So then accessibility. Maybe you are having an historical data or demographic data, so much data, you can identify those locations wherein the penetration is very low. Now, if we talk about the penetration part in non-life also, it is 1% as a whole. In motor insurance, it is 0.32%. 54% of the vehicles are uninsured in India. And in two-wheeler, it's more than 62%. Data is there. You have to analyze the data and then accordingly you have to tap those customers. Regulator has done a great job. I think they have allotted a stage to every company. Like we have got a Odisha state and we are working with them. We are in touch with them. Maybe very shortly, all those customers who are not having a motor insurance policy, they will get a message from the government side that within these days you have to insure your vehicle, otherwise you will get a e-challan. These kind of initiatives the government is taking. Then in property insurance, the penetration is again 0.3%. Health insurance, the penetration is 0.4%. Non-life as a whole is 1%. So data can play a very important role. Maybe you can now, the claim settlement. Now the perception in the mind of the customer is that insurance companies don't pay claim. Although we have an example that in the COVID period, we have paid around 60,000 worth of COVID claims. But still they are having a perception insurance companies don't pay claim. So claim is the time actually when you can win the loyalty of the customer or you can lose the loyalty. So InsurTech has to play a very important role. Insurance company can see the historical data and then they can make sure that the claim is very fast there. Now, I was reading one article a few days back and I came to know about one figure that life insurance companies are having around more than 25,000 crores worth unpaid claim amount. Customer has paid the premium and they have not got the claim. It is because of data quality. Maybe agent has issued the policy, the proper nomination was not there, contactability was not there. When the claim came, nobody is there to avail that claim amount. So the perception is insurance company don't want to pay the claim. So here, InsurTech can play a very important role. Maybe whenever you are onboarding the customer through eKYC, CKYC or some sort of other technologies, every information has to be auto-populate. Maybe in motor information, there are so many sources, internal, external. We can always take the help of InsurTechs. But the experience has to be very good. Like the way when we book taxi, Ola, Uber, it is kind of wow experience. That kind of experience is not there in insurance industry. And insurance industry is one of the least innovative if I compare with other industry, hotel or taxi or other. So there are so many things to do. And with the help of data analytics, like maybe you can start finding fraudulent claims very fast. 15% of the industry claims are there due to fraudulent activities. If you are able to reduce that, maybe the premium will get reduced. Affordability issue will get resolved. You can pass that benefit to the customer in the form of lesser premium. Then data can help. There are so many. Now we were talking about your Data Privacy Act, DP, that act is there. So maybe regulatory compliances are there. Data analytics, your historical data, you can always gauge that what kind of claims will be there. Then now we are facing a problem of your catastrophic losses. CAT modeling, we do only with the help of data only. We can think about coming up with parametric product. It is again data. Telematics, pay as you drive, data only. If I uses my car 10 kilometers in a day and my colleague uses his car 50 kilometers a day and we both are paying the same premium. If I am using my car less, I should pay less premium only. That is why pay as you drive has to be there. And if I am driving it properly, I am applying my brakes properly, and you are having my data, you should give me extra discount. And now companies are coming up with these products, pay as you drive, pay how you drive, wearable devices. Maybe so many technologies are taking place. So I think data can play a very important role in ensuring that every citizen is having an adequate cover and insurance for all by 2047. I think data will play a very important role. This is what I think.
Absolutely. Someone almost a decade back said that data is an oil. Probably data is not the oil, data is a drug almost. We cannot get out of data in today's world. Now, if we talk about insurance, if the government has a vision for insurance for all 2047, now one industry which has cracked this is telecom, which has now the telecom is for everywhere, for everyone. Now, if I talk about telecom, how the industry has cracked, two things. One is obviously the evolution of technology like 4G, 5G, and the second one is the product innovation. The kind of product which we used to have pre-Geo time, the kind of complex product, the first minute charging, the STV or the power pack, and a lot of other product complication was there, which was got now it's everything is same. You have unlimited call, unlimited data. That's it. Now, the similar way, if we were talking about insurance, even for me, after working almost 4 years in insurance, still I find insurance product is super complex. For a layman, if you want to understand any health insurance, is almost next to impossible because there are a lot of complexity, a lot of terms and condition. The product has been designed, unfortunately, to find out the loopholes that why not to pay claims. And this is unfortunate, but now the industry is going. There is a technology which is GenAI coming up, which will help probably in the future to simplify all this product design, the product wordings. So it will help understand the customers of the product and the benefits which he want is there is not. Now, coming to this angle, I will ask Niranjan to pitch us this, that how data analytics has helped the product designing and the innovation in future.
Hello everyone. Like sir was saying, data is very important. And he was talking about the IoT-based device wherein the products can be priced based on the data which you gather. The biggest problem what I see, and we also try to use do a POC on this. The IoT-based device, the customers are very much. I mean, they're following very traditional way when it comes to insurance. The adoption rate was only 25%, so we couldn't implement that product. So, nevertheless, just couple of years back, I saw a digital transformation happening in Indian insurance industry, and the matter of fact is, Indian insurance company is very much lethargic, or I would say very convergent when it comes to adoption of new technologies compared to banks or e-commerce. Many insurance companies in India are yet to digitally transform their services, from on-premises to cloud. Many companies have done that. Now the time has come to reap the investment, whatever has been done, or to gather the ROI, because a huge cost was involved. Just to speak, my company is a multi-hybrid cloud. We invested millions of rupees into migration. The biggest problem, what I see till now, is we have the indigenous data as of now. For an insurance company, for general insurance company, it's claims data, policy data, the CRM data, the 3-4 data. And believe me, many companies have come up with, they have developed their own solutions, be it churn model, cross-sell, upsell, product recommendation by using this indigenous data. So I think now time has come, everyone is migrating on cloud, so we should start looking into external data as well. When I say external data, can I see the bureau score? Can I connect link my bureau score with my claim rate, or my fraud rate? Can I look into Google Analytics? Can I look into digital behavior? Can I look into the pin code based persona of that particular customer? So now companies are trying to build customers persona and digital persona, looking into various external data sources, because now you have cloud, now you have Hadoop on cloud, you have Spark based system. The real time processing is pretty much possible, which was not possible 5-6 years down the line. And the biggest challenge now what I see is the lead conversion. The lead conversion in India is very poor. I think it's around it's in single digit as of now. Changes from company to company, but I think maximum 8 to 9% is the lead conversion. The reason why insurance penetration is very low in India is what sir mentioned. The awareness is still lacking. We need to the Indian consumers should come to know the importance of insurance. They should come up with a mindset that health insurance companies decline the claim every time. That's not the fact. The biggest contributor should be the hyper personalization is the need of an hour now, because our consumers are mostly turning into digital. They are becoming more tech savvy. Gone are the days wherein you need to visit insurance company, buy the policy, the endorsements. It was very hard way. Now everything is very smooth. Everything is digital, thanks to the cloud partners. So companies are still looking into, they're doing POCs, they're still not reached the epitome of leveraging the cloud. So hyper personalization of the product is what companies are looking into. Can I curate insurance policy for a certain set of customer who are highly tech savvy, whose income range follows in the very certain range, whose loss ratio is well within the limits, or can I weed out some customers based on their digital persona? So this is the future, I think. Digital transformation, process transformation from on-premises to cloud, then upgrade your existing predictive models using external data like maybe CBIL or pin code based GA data, Google Analytics digital behavior data. Build hyper personalized products, and you see how the conversion will increase. I can see at least 2x 3x increase in the conversion.
Now that we have covered the product design, now the next step, being an insurance is still a push product for in India. As the customer doesn't come to us, we normally approach the customer to buy an insurance. Now, if the customer, there is a low involvement from the customer end, then the challenge is that whenever you get a customer interacting with you, be it an app or even your contact center or in your branches, how do you enhance the experience of the customer in that time? Because that's a golden moment for you to convince the customer to stay with you for the longer period of time. Now, I will ask Dhruv to enhance that, and on this point, that how this new product tool, new innovative product tool is helping the customer experience in overall.
Sure, you guys can hear me, right? Right. So, from a point of view of push or pull, essentially, even when there's a pull to buy insurance, I don't think it's a product that you can easily buy. Right? I mean, I plan to buy insurance. The steps involved in buying insurance, understanding what I'm buying, are so comprehensive that it is not an easy product to buy. So currently, the experience of purchasing insurance, most of the insurances, is not comparable to what you will see in other industries. So if I'm planning to book Uber versus I'm planning to buy insurance, obviously those products are also not comparable. But the idea that I'm trying to highlight is that if you compare different industries, the experience that a user gets in buying insurance isn't as viable as it should be. And all of us are to be blamed for that. Right? But at this point, at least in terms of where the opportunity is, I think there's a lot of intent to change that. And there's a lot of opportunity to do that. Right? When you talk about improving the customer experience, it actually starts from, first of all, unification of the data in itself, then you move to analytics. Right? I mean, whatever insight you draw will be based on data, which can only happen if you're unifying all the touch points, all the data is coming together. Right? So I think that's one of the challenges that most of the insurance companies, and not just insurance companies, actually most of the traditional businesses usually face. So that's one aspect to be looked at. Once unification of data is happening, then you move towards drawing insights on it, which is where the analytical models, the predictive models come into picture. And then finally, you get into improving the customer experience, right? So if you talk about the industry, insurance industry, you talk about, say, the onboarding journey in itself, there's so many steps involved that there could be so much that can be done within that small area of onboarding. When a user comes onto your website, application, offline touch points, how do you go about the sales? How do you go about ensuring that the experience for the end user is not those 8 steps where probably 60%, 50% drop-offs happen? That is something that we need to look at. And there are enough technologies to essentially solve for that. I mean, within the industry also, you will see players who are doing this job better than some of the other players who are operating within the same industry, right? If you talk about the likes of, say, Policy Bazaar, you will see that the experience on a Policy Bazaar, I mean, obviously there could be examples of experiences wherein too many phone calls have gone into, but at least the reminder that goes to a user when he or she has the intent of purchase are enough for a user to come back and experience the product, right? So that's where I would say that the shift towards using technology to understand the user, their intent, drawing insights about what are they looking to buy, and then leveraging that to improve the experiences is where the industry is headed. And hopefully, within a few years, we'll see the impact of that as well. At this point, definitely, if we compare insurance as an industry to some of the other industries out there, it is something that I feel could be improved, right? So that's broadly what my perception on the customer experience is. There's enough technology to do that. It's more about how quickly we adopt these technologies to move in that direction.
Absolutely. So you mentioned a very valid point that unless you have the data or you have the right data, right tool, we can't do anything. There's nothing an analytics team can do for him. Even Niranjan was speaking about the integration of external data sources in cloud and everything. So there comes the I would want to know from Shashi that how the different data sets or different data sources is helping the insurer to get the actionable insights at the right point, right time.
Like, I work with Shriram General Insurance, and 90% of more than 90% of the portfolio is motor. When we say motor, the perception comes that it is loss making. But when you will see our financials, I think always in the last 5-7 years, if you will see our financials, we are always in the top 5 in terms of bottom line. And we are getting the bottom line from the motor portfolio. How we are getting? It is because of data. What we are doing, we are using 2 data sources, but internal and external. Our internal data, your policyholder information, your claim experience over the last 15 years, every internal data sources. Now, we have given mobile application to our agents. They are issuing the policy then and there. They can see. I'll give you a few examples. Like red car, as per our data, I am giving you a few examples. Red car, as per our data, is having higher claim ratio than black car. Females are better driver than males. All those who purchase insurance after 6 p.m., they are better drivers. I don't know how, but data shows that. When you go and drill down the data, you will get all those statistics. It is not about data. It is about how you see the data and how you take decision on the basis of that data. So there are internal sources and there are external sources. Like in motor insurance, we are using external sources also. Like we are using your IIB data. We are using Vahan information. The customer has to give a vehicle number and all the information get auto-populated from the Vahan. Your permit detail, your insurance renewal date, your color of the vehicle, permit detail, everything gets auto-populated. Then your credit score. If the customer is not good in paying their loans, you will get that data also. Then your public records, maybe some sort of FIR are there on you. You can get that details also. So in motor, we are using all those kind of data. In health, wearable device. In motor, then telematic device data. In crop insurance, connected, your drone technology is there. Your satellite images are there. And there are, in every segment, like you can use data, and we are using the data. And I'm telling you, like state-wise also it vary. Maybe northeast part is having higher claim ratio than your south. Okay, so when you are offering a premium to the customer, you should charge accordingly. If maybe TP claim ratio is very bad in Kerala, why it is bad? Because maybe literacy ratio is very high there. Everybody go and file TP claim there. And with the help of, I'll give you one example. We are able to save, it is one more example, we are able to save around 40 million claim worth data, TP claim data, because of the external data sources. TP claim was launched and we were about to pay that claim, and everything, every document proof was there, and suddenly we found that with the help of fast tag data, that at the time of accident the vehicle was not in X city, it was in Y city, and we were able to prove that in the court. It is an external data source, but you are able to save how much? 40 million. So if you are able to properly utilize those external sources, I think you can save so much money. And we are utilizing all those external sources. Like the last presentation, Mr. Saurabh from New Gen has given a presentation. Like the customer, when you are onboarding the customer, 360 degree you have to give. Even the claim detection has to be there at the time of underwriting only. It is not at the point of claim. At the time of underwriting only, you have to detect whether the customer is fraud or not. If he has taken 5 claims from the previous insurance company, you should charge different price, or you should ask why you have taken 5 claims. It may happen. I am not saying that it is fraud. It may happen, but it is exceptional behavior. You can always ask questions from the customer. Why 5 claims? And now IIB is doing a great job. Now what is happening in the industry now? Today, if you are issuing the policies, through API, the data goes to IIB every day in the night. And the very next morning, you get a trigger. The policy which I have issued today, you come to know that the same customer has got a theft claim on the same policy from X insurance company previously. So if he has got a theft claim, the subrogation is with that company only. How he has come for any new insurance policy? Maybe you can come up with a trigger point that the same customer is having 3 more policies. What you will do with 5 policies of motor insurance? You get that trigger point the very next day. And you have to data, if you will work on that data, then only you can improve your claim ratios. If you will only see the data and not take proper decision, then I think it is waste. But data can play a very important role. And I think in Shriram especially, we are utilizing that data because our main portfolio is motor insurance. There is huge databases there, state-wise, make-wise, model-wise, your scooter versus bike. Scooter's claim is always better than bike. EV vehicle. Now you have got a floods, in the Chennai floods. If somebody has insured EV vehicle, chances of getting total loss will be very higher there because it is electronic chip there. You will get a total loss claim there as compared to petrol and diesel vehicle. How you will prove that? Through data points only, because you are having an historical data, past experience. So these kind of data sources, I think most of the insurance companies are using, as we are also using that.
Absolutely. The way I see it, that, for example, will you allow a thief to enter your house to destroy you? Probably no, because you will put a guard at your door for that to not enter. So that claims the moment of truth. If you want to reduce the fraudulent claims, what you need to do is strengthen your underwriting principles, not that your claim process or how to detect fraud. That's how the industry will go in future. Now we're talking a lot about data, the warehouse, the cloud, and everything. But when come with, it's all need an investment to do, and it's not an easy job for, especially for life and health insurance. Life is still profitable, but health insurance in India is not that profitable business as of now. Now when I want to invest that much of money, where is the ROI? That's the question I also face every day. If you need to do something, where is the ROI? I'll talk to I'll go to Mr. Srikanth again. Then how is the overall ROI and it can be measured and it can be utilized for future investment for the organization?
Like I've given you an example also. Like if I give you an example of my company, we have gotten huge return out of that data analytics. Now you are able to reduce your fraudulent claims. Even if you are able to reduce by 2%, and if you are paying 1% cost for hiring those vendors who are specialists in this field, you are gaining something. In terms of customer satisfaction, maybe if you, on the basis of data analytics, you are analyzing the customer behavior and you are offering him customized product, and you are able to come up with innovative product. Now there is a use and file system, and you are offering the product then and there, and this is kind of returns you are getting. Maybe in terms of top line, your top line is getting increased every year. Bottom line also, because you are able to identify all those fraudulent claims. So this is kind of return which you are getting from the data analytics. And then in terms of customer satisfaction, like I gave you an example that when we compare this industry with other industry, that wow kind of experience is not there. But it is not like that we cannot do that. Maybe in the near future, 5 years, 7 years, after 5 or 7 years, maybe once like IRD is taking an initiative of Bima Sugam, then they are coming up with Bima Vistar, Bima Vahak, and they are talking about everything on that single platform. Claim will get settled on Bima Sugam platform. You can even if you want to make a complaint on Bima Bharosa portal, you can go to Bima Sugam and you can make a complaint. You can open your e-insurance account from the Bima Sugam portal only. So I think future is very bright and return definitely will be there.
Definitely. So we are running short of time. Any questions from the audience for us? Anyone?
My name is Manoj Desai, a financial planner since 25 years. Only one question's last. What you mentioned just now, Bima Bharosa, that complaint. But suppose you were just mentioning before 5 minutes that customer is having a 5 policies from different insurance companies. Okay. So now he is making a claim as well. Of course, your data is very strong, like in a Shriram. But how to then suppose he is complaining that Shriram has rejected my claim and other 4 has passed my claim, then what to do? How you will proceed?
I'll tell you. Now, if insurance companies say that your claim is not payable, there has to be some. If the customer go to ombudsman or consumer court or any court, you have to prove there. That is why IID has come up with these kind of solutions. The insurance company cannot say we will not pay your claim. Even if the company say, they have to prove that in the court of law. And when you go there in the court and you say, and you have to pay the interest part also. So most of the insurance company never say that I will not pay your claim. There has to be certain reason for that. I will give you one example. Now recently we have launched health insurance. We are doing a pilot. We are not into health insurance. Recently 5-6 months before we launched health insurance, we are into benefit based product, hospital cash, critical illness. We have sold around 20-25,000 policies. Ours is not cashless product, it is a reimbursement basis, benefit based product. The same customer has purchased policy from the 2 insurance company. I will not name the company. On the very same day, he took 2 policies, one indemnity based, one benefit based. And because one was cashless, insurance company paid the claim then and there. It was more than 1 lakh rupees claim amount. Ours were benefit based. And we were able to prove that it is a fraudulent claim. Customer withdraw the claim. We were about to file an FIR also, but one insurance company paid. It does not mean that their decision was right. We were able to prove they were not. It can be vice versa also. Even if we are repudiating the claim, the customer can always go to court and. Yes.
And trust me, we are not rejecting any claim just for that he has multiple policies from multiple insurer. There are a lot of evidence. Once we have the evidence, once we have the past history, once we have the documents, we see that the tampering has been done. There is in a same document used multiple times. There are a lot of science behind it. And post that, we only reject the claims. So it's not that just for his there's an hypothesis in my mind and we are rejecting any claims. All of you agree?
Yes.